Hey folks, this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com, and this is a retro future model, folks. You can see right over here that it's not an Orient watch, it is an Orient Star watch, which is considered an upper level sporty watch under the Orient label. And so let me show you how beautiful this watch wears on the wrist, because if you see from the dial, or the lack of dial actually I should say, it is a semi-skeleton, absolutely gorgeous. They decided to only put a very small dial, and these dials itself aren't really dials, they're more like little plates just to give an accent, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But what a tremendous watch this is. Alright, let me show you how to take off the watch. If you look at the back side of the watch, you'll see the Orient Star label. Go ahead and press both the buttons on the side. Look at that beautiful clasp. And it closes by refolding it like this. One thing I love about this watch, if you look from the side, you'll see, let me use a black point, it's a little easy to see on stainless steel, but look at that. Love those. The band is absolutely gorgeous, and take a look at the band against the case. Like this is a good angle for you to take a look at it, I'm thinking. Gorgeous. One thing I love about this watch is this case. See that? It is a 100-meter case, folks, but what makes this case back absolutely exceptional, if you can see over here, is that it has the logo on the top. I'm sorry, I'm keep on moving the watch top. You'll notice that the brand, the model descriptions and some of the serial numbers are printed at the bottom. But this over here was made to look like a windshield of a car. Now you'll see more car motifs in a sec. Just give me a couple seconds so I can just prop it onto a stand so that Chris can really zoom into the dial of the watch. That way I can explain to you all the little features. Chris, can you see without reflections? Okay, so like I explained to you in the back, it uses a car motif, and this is exactly what they're going for in this model. Take a look down over here by this dial, you'll see the second hand, okay? They used a small plate, they attached it on to give it, it's supposed to look like a speedometer. Obviously, right over here, you can see the steering wheel that's been attached into the exhibition dial. You'll notice that exposes the balance wheel, which is one of the timing devices of your watch. This is a power reserve indicator up here. Now, as you can probably tell, there are no batteries in here, folks. It's just a spring that's powering everything. When your grandparents talk about watches, they're talking about this type of watch specifically. They're talking about mechanical watches. And so, one of the great things about mechanical watches, especially with this feature over here, is that you have to wear the watch, or you have to power the watch yourself. That sort of communication, that sort of relationship is really nice with the watch. Right now, it says approximately 11. Now, what does 11 mean? It means 11 hours of power. This watch, if it's unworn, can run for another 11 hours without any sort of motion. After, if you wear the watch, you'll notice that the needle goes towards 40. Okay, so when you're wearing the watch, you're basically powering the watch, and when you don't wear the watch, it's going to decrease power. If the watch stops by at the end because it runs out of power, no problem. Just adjust the watch when you re-wear it, and then as you wear it, you'll see that the watch will start working again. Alright, so if you want to learn more about mechanical watches, go on my website, go on the product page on the right side and the bottom, you'll see what's a mechanical watch. It'll just take you through it. Alright, so the watch itself, you can tell, it's got so many little details on it. I wonder if I change the angle like this, you can see how three-dimensional this all is, okay? So let me show you how to toggle the watch using the crown, okay? Now, because it's a semi-skeleton, it only has time as its real function other than the power reserve indicator. If they put a date wheel in here, all this stuff will be covered up, and so that had to be all omitted for this type of model. So to adjust time, just pull, actually you have to unscrew the crown until you feel it release. Once it's released, pull it out to one step, and now you can adjust time as such. And once you're done, always remember to push it in, and while you gently push it in, just turn. And then you'll notice that the crown catches, and then it will screw back in like this. Alright folks, hope you enjoyed the video. This is YFHAB001B. Hope to see you wearing it soon.